We have directed by
Your
judicial order that
have,
it
my
will
lord,
be
but
pulled
it
down.
continues to.
All the photographs, her name must
We
be
will,
pulled
my lord,
down.
the moment we
They are not
intimate
taking
there
it
is
down,
a
my lord.
problem, but we will intimate, my lord, them to put
We
the
will pass an order because the name of her name and photographs cannot be.
Yes.
and photographs should not be there.
And it may be specifically mentioned, my lord.
You have it here, Mr. Solicitor?
Yeah.
You have it, just give it to us.
That direction was.
What is the date? Yes, we passed that direction. What is the date of the downloading here?
My lord, yesterday my learned friend Mr. Agarwal downloaded. It's still yesterday it is there, my lord.
And Wikipedia was contacted and asked to remove it, and they said we refuse to be censored. This was their response. As of yesterday, they were.
But this is not censored. You are right. But
No, we
this is
agree
not
with you.
privacy.
We agree.
You are being told not to commit an offense.
Law mandates non-disclosure
Yes.
of the
Yes, it's an
identity of
offense to
the
disclose.
deceased in a case involving rape and murder.
228A, my lord.
Absolutely, my lord. So,
File 228A of the IPC.
so this is not censoring Wikipedia. This is only asking them not to commit an offense.
All right, we'll deal with that.
No,
Yes,
it is
yes.
still, we have checked up. It's still there. Still
All
it is
right.
there.
We'll pass an order. Yes, sir.
In the past, as far as DNA was concerned, there was a test called the STR test. Now we have GMON testing. Now, Marat, it is up to the CBI to take this particular technology, because this is what is where the whole DNA is taken and it is done. This is the latest technology which is available.
The genome testing.
Genome test. I will not, I know exactly when learned solicitor says that external agencies are being used. I was going to use that point, but I will not use it. There's also tower thumping technology. I believe that my.
Rest assured. We don't.
The last, but which is really troubling me from day one, is that there has to be two seizure lists. One at the place of occurrence, what they seized. The second is at where the post-mortem took place. Because there were these samples which were collected from the lady concerned, from the victim. When I was harping on the last occasion that the jeans and the undergarments never went to the post-mortem doctor, now that has been clarified that they were lying in the room. Why the investigating officer did not take it to the PM doctor, I do not know. But why not? I don't have a copy of the case diary, but Lordships will now have to look into the case diary. Because what is troubling is that the seizures had to take place in the PM room with regard to all the samples which were collected. Now, what your Lordships has to see is that on the next morning, that is the 10th, at 10:30 a.m., whether those samples were sent to the magistrate. Why? Because the magistrate has to then forward it to the CFSL. What was the date on which these samples were sent to the magistrate for forwarding? Now, what the state will say is that 10th and 11th, which was a Saturday and Sunday, CFSL was closed.
In fact, I won't give again details here of the date because it will dislocate the investigation. We don't want someone to take advantage of it as a technical issue later on.
Yes.
But what the CBI has revealed in its status report is worse. It is really disturbing.
Maran, I have understood what they have disclosed.
You know,
I know what is where they are heading. That's why I'm not being able to.
What you are flagging is of the utmost concern. I can only share with you that we are ourselves disturbed by what we have said, and this is what CBI has itself told us. See page F at page 4. Flagged it for us. They are themselves very concerned about the fact that this is what has happened.
Another thing which is very disturbing is that the Kolkata police has only given 27 minutes of the footage. Why has the entire footage till date not been seized? And when the Kolkata police gave it, did they use an instrument called the blocker device?
What is it called?
Blocker device. Because that ensures that the hash value does not change. And it is very important. What is a hash value? It is basically the fingerprint of any electronic document. And the CBI has to seize the entire footage.
Mr. Solicitor, this aspect, which we highlighted last time during the course of the hearing.
Page, ground G, page 5. We have not.
Give us a minute. Just give us a minute.
Yes, ground G, not ground, my lord. Para number G, page 5.
But, Mr. Solicitor, can you not summon ask the state police to make sure that this is handed over to you?
It's not handed over.
You have to seize it. You are investigating.
That process is on. So that process is.
So 40 days have passed. Whether it has been rewritten or not, that also we
That's.
Have you seized?
The difficulty is,
Please
devices
ensure
are.
that you seize the DVR and just find out, have you used the blocker device or not? Because you have to ensure the authenticity of the hash value.
And whether it is overwritten or not, because the devices can be overwritten.
That depends on the capacity of the storage device.
See, CBI has to ensure, because today your investigating officer is completely in charge of your investigating team.
Correct.
Make sure that the CBI itself seizes the entire, the DVR and the entire video footage.
Or it has to be from before and it has to be after.
Absolutely.
And not only that.
Oh, you're absolutely right on
The
that.
troubling factor is,
We have absolute clarity, you're right on that. And we hope that the CBI is going to do that.
troubling factor is, my lord, that whatever was leaked to the media with regard to this particular accused, I am not going into that. But my lord, till date, the sketch map has not been shown to your lordship. Because from what I have learned is that the place where the camera was placed is not at the entrance of that room, seminar room. There are also other entrances and exits that the CBI will investigate, because it could have come from the other side and gone. And my lord, the last thing is, my lord, lordships, why? Because from my lord, the dead body challan, my lord, is now at rest because of the fact that it was shown to the Calcutta High Court. And my lord, we have footage. When the document was being looked at, I specifically said to my lords over there that this is the dead body challan. There was an acceptance and the thing was flagged. So there is no dispute that there is a dead body challan. My lord, the last thing is, my lord, on the ground.
Mr. Solicitor, just make sure, because even last time Learned Counsel had said that the dead body challan, that statutory form, was in fact shown to the Calcutta High Court. So ensure that your counsel there actually traces what was produced for the Calcutta High Court and hands it over to you, because has some bearing on what you have stated in the state report.
Because we are not given that copy.
Or if there is any dispute, I have bought
When
the
CPI, when the local police handed over.
You can hand it over to the solicitor right now.
I don't want to speak out of turn, Malas. This is an entire misstatement. But as and when your lordship gives me opportunity.
The CBI, he has something in his custody. Yeah. CBI will look into it.
Yes, absolutely, Malas. That 5371 was handed over is a complete misstatement.
That when we were given the documents by the Calcutta police, this is not what is given to us.
Right. What we will do is, apropos what the concerns are, which have been expressed, we'll first record a short order. Please send a message across that the reason why we are not recording detailed reasons is simply because we do not want the investigation to be dislocated. Any word which we will say here should not put someone who is under scrutiny on guard and ultimately destroy the very cause for which all of you are appearing over here. But please rest assured that a lot of issues which you have raised in your in the letter by the parents, by Learned Counsel before us, is something which CBI has also flagged in the status report. But we will ensure that your letter, for instance, is looked into by the investigating officer, because there is a specificity about that letter.
Certain things are already done, but my lord, I'm not.
But it should be looked at, yes.
Just to say, since the matter, if my lords would consider, my lords is taking status reports. The matter is coming up before the Kolkata High Court also tomorrow. Then the matter, since it's being looked into and monitored by this court present,
it is simply adjourned. It is simply adjourned.
Justice is a seasoned judge with very long standing on the bench. He knows what to do. We shouldn't tell him what to do. Learned judge knows what to do when the...
Just one last
may I respond to some of the things that have been said by him, Malas? For example, he said, Malas, there is no sketch map. The sketch map is here.
I have never said there was...
One second, let's not get into this repartee between members of the bar. If after you read or after we dictate the order, you feel that we have taken into account something and made any adverse observation against you, come back to us.
Well, the only problem is once this statement is made, Malas, that there was no sketch map.
I never said there was no sketch map.
Malas,
not been produced.
That's what exactly he said. Malas, that 5371 was shown to the High Court, Malas. In fact, we have a complete answer for it because 5371 was never used since 1997.
But Mr. Sibal, we'd like one
Well, this is
element of
not,
cooperation.
what
by
happens is
Calcutta
their
Police.
statement goes on record.
No, but the Calcutta Police must also now cooperate with the CBI because
course.
they want the entirety of the footage.
Mullah, it's all there. Mullah, it's given. Mullah, 7 to 8 hours of footage is given.
Why would they?
Mullah,
So footage.
Ask your police
Yes.
team.
Yes,
Has
which-
Asta, 1 second.
four hard disks.
Has the DVR been handed over to
Yes,
the CBI?
yes. This is what happens, Mullah. The statement is made that it is not handed over. It is handed over in front of people, Mullah. It is not as doctors.
7 minutes, my lord. My director.
What's the
is here.
point? 7 to
My
8 hours.
director is here.
To 8 hours.
Not fair.
It is the
Ma'am,
storage
also
device.
handed over.
DVR, not just the CCTV.
Everything is handed over.
Challan is not used. It's a
Now, Lord, we-
slip, which
We have a handing taking over document here.
has been signed
Mullah,
by CBI.
1 second.
But that DVR.
We have a handing over, taking over document signed by CBI.
DVR has only 27 minutes.
What they are saying is this, that the DVR was handed over, but it has only a recording of 27 minutes footage.
It was sealed, Malad. It was sealed.
But
They have
what-
opened it.
Maybe so it was sealed, but nobody can claim that, well, CBI has destroyed any
We are
part-
not saying that, Malad. We are not saying that.
But therefore CBI is saying,
But when they say I don't
out
have,
of what was sealed and given to us, there's only 27 minutes.
not true, not true.
7 to 8
Search and seizure.
7 to 8 hours.
Search and seizure.
Hard drive,
But it
7
is
to 8
relevant.
hours.
to 8 hours.
Because, my lord, the
Hard drive.
4 hard drives
seizure
are
of
given, Malad. What's the
samples
point of this
is
kind of?
relevant.
But then, Mr. Solicitor, this is a matter for further investigation.
Yes, you
You have the SHO in your custody.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Otherwise, things go on record.
Spot map handed over. Requisition slip handed over with the dead body.
Anything that is verified can also be retrieved.
Of course. Investigation, Malad.
There are two distinct things. Brother
Yes.
Manoj Mishra
Yes,
pointed
yes,
it out.
yes.
One is the video footage of the search and seizure.
Correct.
Independent of that, you have the DVR of the CCTV
Yes.
of the hospital, the medical
Yes.
college, particularly around the seminar room.
Hold on, don't.
Now, 1 second. We therefore want to know, has the DVR of the CCTV footage
Yes,
been
handed
handed
over
over to the CBI?
one pen drive of
Because
capacity. Malad, kindly.
CBI says, when CBI says that we have
Malad, I'll read it. Malad.
27 minutes of the raw footage of the search and
Surgeon
seizure,
Correct.
that they do not dispute about
Correct.
27 minutes.
Correct.
When has the DVR of the CCTV at the hospital been handed over to the
yes.
CBI is what we want to know.
Malad, on 14th of August, one pen drive of capacity 32 GB SanDisk cruiser blade containing CCTV footage of camera number that installed at the northern wall of male ward department of respiratory medicine at 3rd floor of emergency building of RGKar Medical College, having coverage of the entrance of the Department of Pulmonary, etc., handed over, signed by them. Then
That
second,
is-
one
can
pen
we
drive-
just not cover the
One
seminar
second.
hall?
Just a second. From what you disclose,
Yes.
it appears that footage in relation to one camera outside the department.
allow me
The seminar hall.
Allow me
That's
to
the
read the
problem.
rest, Malad.
All right, go ahead and
The
see.
rest.
Yes.
Lord,
Because
I
up
just
to now.
read one paragraph.
All right, just read out the rest.
Yeah, the rest is one pen drive of capacity 32 GB. This cruiser plate containing the copy of the CCTV footage as mentioned in item 1 of seizure list dated so and so.
That's only-
White seizure list dated so and so. One pen drive of capacity 32 GB SanDisk cruiser blade containing CCTV footage of camera 16 installed at the ground floor on the eastern side wall of the main entrance admission ticket counter of emergency building of RGK Hospital behind the drinking water kiosk facing towards southwest direction covering the main entrance gate of KCRG handed over. Then one pen drive of capacity 32 GB disk cruiser blade made pen drive containing copy of CCTV footage as mentioned in item 3 of seizure list dated 11 handed over. But then what is the point of saying?
Why would all cameras?
Further.
May I say this?
Yes.
You have identified the specific cameras in relation to which,
All of
all
them.
of them.
is it your statement that nothing remains with the
Yes,
Calcutta police?
yes. All of them handed over. All of them.
All cameras.
All
They have signed
cameras,
off on it.
all cameras suggesting the
Part of the
seminar
direct-
room.
they've
Let them
signed
make a
off on it.
statement, my lords.
Why don't you read? Why just we give it, Malaj?
Yes. Handed over and signed off by them.
Page 5G, your lordships have seen. We have obtained from the authorities.
May I just hand over, Malaj, everything that's been handed over?
Signed off by them.
Just a Solicitor General 5 minutes.
Yes. Yes.
How many exhibits were totally seized during the search and seizure?
Yes, we'll just show that, your lordship.
Just tell us
Hand it,
how
just
many.
hand it over the.
Just tell us how many exhibits were
Well,
seized.
just take this document. This is
Signed
what,
off.
this is what was signed off.
When we handed it over to CBI, this is what was
Signed
signed
off
off,
by
my lord.
Pen drive, hard disk, everything is there.
Can you share a copy, please?
Multiple hard disks.
Can you share a copy?
We'll give it to you.
There is a pen drive.
And bottom left corner is the CBI signature, Malaj.
My lords, it would be relevant to know how many CCTV cameras on the whole there are in the hospital.
Capacity of pen drive is not relevant. It may be capacity of 100 GB, but it might contain few minutes.
They should have checked. It's 40 days now.
You've had these pen drives.
You've had these pen drives. You should have checked.
This is not on the CBI, the onus is on them to give it.
This list which you have given us indicates that several pen drives have been handed.
Yes, yes. Serial number 12 onwards is the hard drive.
Hard disks.
Malaj, the four cameras, Malaj, in the RGKar hospital are connected with all the cameras stored in 4 hard drives. All the cameras are stored in 4 hard drives, and all of that's been handed over.
And 12, 13, 14, 15 other hard drives.
Malaj, and this ultimately is a matter of investigation.
In total.
And then Malaj, another statement was
Just
made.
give us a moment. Just give us a moment. The a status report dated 17 September 2024 has been filed by Shri Satyavir Singh, DIG, stroke HOB, stroke SC-1, stroke CBI. Stop. During the course of the hearing, we have heard the Learned Counsel appearing on behalf of, Learned Counsel appearing on behalf of the parents of the deceased, the resident doctors, and intervening associations, you are appearing, and the original petitioners before the High Court. Good stop. We have explained to the Learned, we have explained to all the Learned Counsel that at this stage, it would not be in the interests of a fair and complete investigation to disclose the leads which are being pursued by the CBI or the line of investigation. This may only lead to the dislocation of the investigation or destruction of evidence. We'll stop. All the Learned Counsel representing the resident doctors and other groups appearing in these proceedings have also agreed in their understanding that it would not be appropriate for any further disclosures to be placed in the public realm at this stage. Full stop. However, the status report which has been submitted, full stop. A letter dated 12 September 2024, addressed by the father of the deceased to the investigating officer of the CBI, has been shared with the court. Full stop. The letter expresses the genuine concerns of the parents of the deceased and contains specific inputs on certain aspects on which investigation should be directed by the CBI. Full stop. Bearing in mind the concern of the parents of the deceased, the genuine concern of the parents of the deceased, we are of the view that the inputs which have been furnished by the father of the deceased in his letter dated 12 September 2024 should be duly taken note of by the investigating officer so that appropriate modalities are followed to explore the leads which have been indicated in the letter. Full stop. Further, responding to the request of the father of the deceased, the Solicitor General has assured the court that CBI would maintain contact with the parents and would keep them informed, hereafter, so as to assuage their genuine concerns in regard to the investigation. Full stop. Next. Appearing on behalf of the resident doctors, Ms. Indra Ajay Singh, appearing on behalf of the resident doctors, submitted that there is definite material available with the resident doctors, indicating the presence of persons at the scene of crime, which they would wish to share with the CBI. Full stop. She has, however, fairly stated that it would not be appropriate in the interest of the investigation to reveal names at this stage, but details would be handed over immediately to the investigating officer of the CBI. Full stop. This may be done so that necessary.
May I also share it with the Learned Solicitor General?
Copy may be shared with
in a sealed cover and send it in a
shared with the
condition.
Solicitor General, who would in turn make it available to the investigating officer of the CBI in charge of the investigation. Full stop. Next.
I speak, Your Honor, on the Medical Institute of India.
Some of the concerns which have been expressed before this court by the Learned Counsel appearing on behalf of the original petitioners may similarly be recorded in a form of a communication and handed over to the Solicitor General for onward transmission to the CBI, so that necessary steps can be taken along any lines, so that necessary steps can be taken if any valuable inputs or leads are made available in the course of the investigation. Full stop. Then we will say that
addition, if your lordships can consider, many of the concerns of the parents in the father's letter are taken care of, but we will.
What has said?
Yes.
Okay. Full stop. Having perused the letter dated 12 September 2024 of the father of the deceased, at this stage it may be material to note that many of the concerns which have been expressed in the letter form the subject matter of the active investigation which is being pursued by the CBI. However, nonetheless, a copy of the entirety of the communication would be made available to the CBI so that it can follow an appropriate line of investigation as required in the interest of justice. Now, we'll
Lords, on this, if we may just briefly state,
during the course of the hearing, the court has been apprised of the fact that that Wikipedia still continues to maintain on its website the name of the deceased and any photograph, as well as
only name.
Only the name is there.
The photograph, but the name is there.
The photograph is also there. It's a different sketch, but
as well as a copy of her. That is a portrait in graffiti. It's not a real life photograph.
It's not a photograph. Only the name is.
Yeah, that's only a. It's only an impression. It's not. It says X's portrait in graffiti at Dhaka University. Yes. So that I think we need not refer to it. It's only an artist's impression.
Representative.
First page and another thing, the girl had a specific hairstyle, and this graphic is depicting her everywhere. That's the unfortunate part, but the name is there on the first page.
It's the name which is.
Assign ourselves to the name.
Yes.
But the provisions of Indian law are clear in this respect, full stop. In the interest of maintaining the dignity and privacy of the deceased, it has been clearly the governing principle is that the identity of the deceased in a case involving alleged rape and murder should not be disclosed. Stop. Wikipedia shall therefore take steps to comply with the previous order and the injunction which has been issued in the present order forthwith.
Please
stop. Now we have covered this. We have taken care of the letter by the father. Now the status report we have dealt with. Now
something very significant that the doctors wanted to place.
Nandi for a minute and then we.
Sure.
So grateful, my lords. My lords, on the last occasion, the state government had vilified the doctors. For the doctors, my lords, we represent 25,000 doctors in the state of West Bengal. If I may just. So, my lords, on the last occasion, my lords, if we may go turn by turn.
Between the two of you, what's the point?
I'm not addressing the court. I just want to make a distinction between senior doctors and junior doctors. My learned friend is rightly representing the senior doctors who are supporting us. I am representing the junior doctors who have today ceased work. So our submissions will be different.
Yes, Ms. Nandi.
My lords, on the last occasion, a number of statements, misleading statements, and I really say this with responsibility, were made by the state of West Bengal. And in that status report, which we were not given, we wrote twice formal letters and with regard to the doctors, the senior doctors as well as the junior doctors. We have filed an affidavit in this regard, my lords.
So can you summarize what you have to say? Can you just summarize what you have to say? Tell us, we'll make a note of it.
But my lords, if I may just hand this over because it has some relevant documents.
Tell us what you have to say.
Number one, my lords, they have said that the state of West Bengal, the medical system is collapsing because of the strikes of the junior doctors. My lords, the senior doctors are working overtime double shifts because their junior doctors are not feeling safe. They have said, for example, in the status report, para 15 of my lord's order, 7C.
So according to you, everything is going on as normal. Nobody is.
My lords, everything, it is true, is not going on as normal. But in 7C, for example, they have said that cardiology treatments such as
So what
stenting and angiography.
The juniors are not on duty. The seniors are trying to fill up the gap to the extent they can.
My lords, for the firstly, they are filling up.
So therefore, we
What
ask,
the junior doctors
are you in a position to say that, well, everything is as normal as ever?
My lords, we are not saying that, but what we are saying
Is that you are doing your duties as seniors to fill in the breaches caused by the absence of the junior doctors.
And my lords, we have placed on record, and my lords just make.
That's all right. You made your point. What's the next point?
Please. The second thing is that there are a number of deaths that they have claimed that they say that they have got from media reports. Now, we were able to glean in the absence of being given the allegations that are being made against us. We were somehow able to glean one case from which, with regard to which we have obtained the clinical reports, and it is a lie. There's no question of it. It is a lie. So, my lords, this demonizing of the doctors has to stop. So, my lords, if my lords will take note of that and ask them to give us any further status reports or allegations that are made against the doctors so that we can respond, we would be grateful. Secondly, my lords, in terms of safety, there is a notification that has been issued by the state of West Bengal to institute Rattire Shathi.
Sorry?
To institute a cadre that they call Rattire Shathi. Now, this Rattire Shathi, my lords, is at page 23 to 28 of these affidavits. If I may just hand it over. Rattire Shathi means
the companion at night.
Friend of the night. Companion at night.
A companion at night to maintain some sort of safety.
Yes. And this is their response, my lords.
Page?
23. So, my lords will look at para 2.
Yeah, if you have got it.
Now, these 1514 number security personnel will be placed in government medical college and hospitals as per breakup attached by outsourcing through agency for a period of 1 year. This is one objection, my lords. But the second objection is at page 24, which is that they get a training of 7 days. So the director, principal, MSVP, all concerned, with a request to verify antecedents of all such hired personnel, a training of 7 days in consultation with the district police authority may be organized for these hired security personnel. Now, my lords, has the state of West Bengal come to this, that when an incident has happened where Sanjoy Roy, the accused, was a civic volunteer, and at night, my lords.
My lord, I wish to fully support.
My lords, may I complete my brief submissions and then?
Yes.
My lords, with regard to the other safety mechanisms that my lord had directed, there are budget allocations, but beyond that, there are a few extra CCTV cameras that have been installed, and that is really it. So in terms of the safety and security, us senior doctors are there, but we are being assaulted.
All right, we got your point.
And my lords, lastly, with regard to the financial irregularities, we have been assisting the CBI directly. And even today, given what had fallen from my lords, I had passed to the solicitor and to the CBI a standard operating procedure with regard to the post-mortem. It's a memorandum dated 3/1/2020. And we have also given a large number of other documents, if that may be taken into account. And my lords, if my lords will consider, the financial irregularities case, my lords, is intricately connected, I beg your pardon, as I had mentioned earlier. My lords, Dr. Shondip Ghosh has been arrested now in the rape and murder case. So our concern is that
the investigation into that started a little later, because that aspect started a little later. That the CBI is investigating. They have referred to it in their status report.
Exactly. So, my lords, because my lords' supervision of the matter has been so salutary, we are really only requesting that the status reports on the next occasion be placed before my lords in sealed cover to strengthen the process.
On the financial irregularities also.
On the financial irregularities also.
So, I don't, you need an order for us? You can, or you can give us a status report on both. On the incident of the alleged rape and murder, as well as on the financial irregularities.
Shall be done, but we can have no objection.
Yes.
I'm so grateful, my lords. That completes my...
My lord, on the question of these
Your lordship said that you, anyway, that's all right.
Now we complete.
Yes, I agree.
Once they complete, we'll come back. So you can give us a comprehensive response.
Yes, yes.
I have something to say on the order of address. I do believe it's the privilege of the state of West Bengal to be first addressing the court for the reason that a settlement has been reached yesterday night until the early hours of the morning.
That's what I was trying to show.
Reporting back to work. I request this court, my lord, to invite the state of West Bengal to address you on what is the settlement that has been reached, because it will take care of many of the demands that we have raised. We, the junior doctors, it is an issue because this court has passed an order directing us to go back to work. We wish to comply with that order, my lord. Now, in relation to that, a certain settlement has been reached. If my learned friend doesn't want to present the settlement, I will present it. I have a copy of it, but I feel it is his privilege.
All right. Mr. Anupam Lal Das, I'll hope you follow up on.
Secondly, my lord, just one small thing in relation to submission that my learned friend, Ms. Nandi, made. I fully support her suggestion. I agree that the senior doctors have been greatly supporting the junior doctors, but we have our own point of view, which I will present to you after the state of West Bengal has presented a copy of the settlement to you. Secondly, my lord, in my opinion, that force of 1,514 people requires to be dismantled with immediate effect. Yes. They are outside the law. They do not fall. They must be replaced by regular police of the state of West Bengal. They are performing a policing function, and it cannot be performed by people who do not hold the position of police in the state of West Bengal. Therefore, our request is to disband that force of 1,514 people, total number, and replace them in the interest of safety and security with the regular police force of the state of West Bengal. That's our request.
Yes,
I appear for the senior doctors, Milords, and we just want to place our concerns on record. We, Milords, are all working. We are working overtime. And Milords, as far as we are concerned, all these 20 departments, which cases which have been pointed out, in any case were manned by the senior doctors. Junior residents, etc., were not placed there. So, that is something that I also wanted to place on record.
Yes.
So, as far as we are concerned, we are working overtime. There has been absolutely no this thing from our side. That's our.
May I make a submission?
May I
make a small submission before Mr. Sibal is called upon? I appear for a doctors organization, thank you, called Doctors for Patients in Calcutta. Our suggestions will give to the task force. There are two issues we'd like to highlight to your lordships. First is pertaining to the investigation itself. Second is pertaining to that policy of 19th August. There are two more clauses, since your lordships already have that before your lordships. I'll start with that.
I mean 13th September.
19th August, the West Bengal policy which has come out, which Ms. Nandi had just read out. If your lordship
13th September.
No, your lordship, this is 19th of August. If your lordship will have my IA then, 188500.
Miss Nandi, where's your 19th of August in your compilation that IA is referring to?
Or if your lordship will see my IA, lordship.
So we'll refer to one IA. It's so much easier if we have it every.
That is correct. Is 19th August. 19th August, Government of West Bengal, Department of Health and Family Welfare.
State of work is what?
It's part of that helpers of the night policy.
It's there in our earlier status report.
There in your status report?
Yes,
Yes.
it's in the earlier stage.
Apparently, it's in the earlier status report of the state of West Bengal.
All right, what is it?
There's
What
a
is
30th of September policy.
All right.
It's in my affidavit.
Your Lordship, there are two problems here with that 19th August circular. It's there in my IA as well as I'm told in the earlier status report of the state of West Bengal.
Ma'am, which page number is it? Because what I have is the 13th of September.
Okay, then maybe
She is appealing for whom? I'm not aware.
the policy.
Association of Doctors and Patients in West Bengal.
Doctors and patients.
I'm appearing for Doctors for Patients. It's a trust called Doctors for Patients. So, Your Lordship.
What's your point?
I have 2 points. Number one, in this policy, Your Lordship said 11, clause 11, subclause 5 and 6, we have a serious problem with. One is working hours of women, including women doctors, should not preferably exceed 12 hours at a time. Second, wherever possible, night duty may be avoided for women to the extent possible. Now, this is the policy of the state of West Bengal, and our doctors have a serious problem with this. And Your Lordships in multiple cases.
How can you say that women should not work on night
exactly.
duty?
Precisely.
Women will have an objection if you keep them from working.
Exactly. And to limit us to a 12-hour shift. In fact, many of the junior residents work for 36 hours flat out. Now, this is directly impinging on gender and being employed at all.
Completely right.
That is one.
The point.
We'd like, and second point, I have a second point, Your Lordship. I have a second point. Second point pertains to investigation. One is on this policy, Your Lordship is seized with it. I will leave it at that.
Women don't want concessions. They want equal opportunity in terms of safety.
In Anuj Garg's case.
Why should we prevent a woman doctor from working in the night?
Or 12 hours. Why limited to 12 hours, Your Lordship? Because junior doctors work for 36 hours. Now women will never be
Should
taken.
be for all doctors. 12 hours working time is for all doctors. Don't bifurcate.
Whatever the shift.
Exactly.
Women doctors are ready to work in exactly the same conditions.
Absolutely.
In terms of time.
Exactly. In Anuj
Well, let's not undermine them. Undermine the lady doctors.
This has to be.
There is no issue, Malad. We'll notify it. We were just worried because there is no security in place at the moment. I want to make sure. I want to make sure, Malad, that something like.
The answer to it is you must ensure security is in place.
I know, Malad, that's the point.
Women that you will not be working after.
In addition, it says in addition. This is only temporary. But if your lordship wants, no issue.
The state says that it cannot provide security. The center is.
We are at item. If
in Anuj Garg's case, Your Lordship frowned upon.
You're right. We said that look,
romantic paternalism.
The law, the provision of the Act, Punjab Excise Act was that any establishment which serves liquor will not have a woman. We struck it down.
Of course, you should strike it down, Malad. There's no issue.
Therefore, two things, Mr. Bal. I think the state of West Bengal must immediately correct its notification. You cannot say that women will not work more than a 12-hour shift. If men are working more than a 12-hour shift,
they are
entitled to work exactly at par with their male counterparts.
We'll issue a notification, but not an issue.
Your duty to provide security. And we can't tell any woman today in our country who's in the workforce that you will not work at night. Pilots work at night, doctors work at night,
all centers,
your armed forces,
women
work.
My second point, Your Lordship. Second point on investigation itself. Again, it's a suggestion which has come from these doctors for patients. They say that apparently there are many people who possibly have information regarding this incident, and because of fear of retribution, they're not coming out and openly giving this information.
That is our problem also.
Therefore, may I just finish, Mr. Mehta?
No, I'm supporting you.
Thank you. The request here is for an anonymous portal, because Your Lordship, the cyber crimes portal today has an anonymous portal for crimes. Also, this court, in the case of videography of child pornography, specifically said you should permit anonymous complaints and a specific portal should be set up. Our request today is to aid this investigation and to hopefully finally get the culprits. We need an anonymous portal which the CBI will set up, because many people don't want to disclose their identity even to CBI. And that is a fact today because of the nature of the matter Your Lordship has seen. We support no particular side here, but the point is people are scared. So if they can be enabled to give their complaints anonymously. Third is on Wikipedia, which is not part of my IA, but since Your Lordship said the photo is not there.
Yes.
The photo, Your Lordship, is not there on the Wikipedia website, but after the girl's name is mentioned, there are two footnotes. The first footnote refers to an article which is not an Indian journal, it's outside India, but that article has a photograph.
Yes.
So that footnote is also problematic because I just clicked on it on my phone when this discussion happened, and that takes me to an article.
While editing the order, I'll make sure that we cover that.
It's an external link, reference 1 and
All
reference
right,
2.
thank you. Mr. Sibal,
But only one, to respond to Malot, she is right. We are also facing this difficulty. People are afraid to come forward and speak. Malot, we are ready to have an anonymous platform. The only Malot, difficulty in that would be, which is Malot, our difficulty, that there would be several things Malot, sent on that which are completely irrelevant, but we can't help it.
That is item 5 and 6.
But we can assure if
be just flooded with
that's the problem, Malot.
which, you know,
That this is the theory, going on.
This is functioning, they must be.
But I can assure my learned friend, if anybody comes, they would be fully anonymized. We will not disclose their identity to anyone.
Protection scheme. There is
Yes, Malot.
But despite that, this court is approved of an anonymous portal, despite all the witness protection schemes.
More counterproductive than.
CBI's task force is limited. It's a relatively a small agency. Now, if we get all kinds of relevant, irrelevant material on an anonymous portal, one officer will be only monitoring nothing else but only that portal. So, look at it.
We understand the problem.
Lord, we can assure if anybody comes, their identity will not be disclosed. It would remain only with the Joint Director CBI.
You just delete it. That's all.
Despite that, the cybercrimes portal has
It may be publicized, my lords, by the CBI.
pornography of
The witness protection.
Fully counterproductive, though I have no.
All right, you made your point. Now, Mr. Sibal.
No, Manoj, just as far as items 5 and 6 is concerned, we'll issue a notification to delete it. That's all. So that's not an issue.
Item 5 and 6 of the notification date
of
19th August 20.
19th August, Malaj. Clause 11, subclause 5 and 6 will be deleted by virtue of a notification, Malaj. So that's not an issue. Then your Lordship's order, Malaj. 9th of September, your Lordships render this order.
Previous order.
Kindly read, Malaj, paragraph 18 with me. In order to, your Lordship has that? All my lords have it? No.
We have copies.
We have copies, Malaj, we'll try and give.
Yes.
No. Oh. May I read it, Malaj? In order to create a sense of confidence among the doctors, we also...
We saw that para. So what do you have to say on that?
Yes, so no, Malaj, therefore we called, 5 meetings we called. This is the 5th meeting and we want to tell your lordships what happened. Actually, I wanted to place it earlier, but this is after the 5th meeting, Malaj. Yesterday night on 16th of September at 6:30. At the outset, Malaj, the Chief Minister welcomed all the junior doctors present in the meeting. She expressed heartfelt grief for the deceased victim. She also added, the first demand of the West Bengal Junior Doctor Front is under the jurisdiction of the CBI. The state government would provide all necessary assistance as required for expediting the completion of the inquiry and justice to the deceased. As regards their demands relating to action against Kolkata Police, the CP Kolkata Police and DC North will be transferred. As regards the health manpower, the present DME and DHS will be transferred. Then rupees 100 crores have been sanctioned for hospital infrastructure like CCTV, washroom, etc., which will be formalized in close consultation with the medical fraternity. The composition of the Rogi Kalyan Samiti will be revised to make it more inclusive through inclusion of all stakeholders. The issues regarding safety and security within the hospital and college premises was discussed. The state government proposed that a task force headed by the Chief Secretary and including the Home Secretary, the DG Police, the CP Calcutta, as well as representatives as would be proposed by the junior doctors, will look into related matters. An effective and responsive grievance redressal mechanism will be put in place in the medical infrastructure across hospitals and colleges. Junior doctors were required to join back at requested to join back at duties. It was jointly resolved to work in close coordination to discuss and resolve all issues faced by the medical fraternity at the level of Chief Secretary. The West Bengal Junior Doctors Front representatives expressed disagreements with regard to no disciplinary action against DC Central and transfer of Health Secretary. As regards ensuring safety and security, it was intimated by them that further discussions regarding specific formulations of the same will be required. It was also proposed that the existing threat culture prevalent in the medical colleges can be removed after further deliberations through specific formulations, democratically elected students' unions and RDAs regarding cease work and ongoing sit-in demonstration at Swasthya Bhavan. Representatives submit that a decision will be arrived at only after further discussion with all the junior doctors. The meeting ended with an appeal from the Chief Minister to the junior doctors to join back to work, ensuring delivery of healthcare services, and they still not done it. And there are 10,000 of them, Malas. There are 3,000 senior doctors, there are 10,000 junior doctors. 75 of the workforce is not going to work. And I must, Malas, appreciate the outreach of the senior.
Further comments.
Come on, please.
I was the one who said we have arrived at a settlement. Mr. Karsibal did not initiate this.
Let him at least complete his submission. Then you can, yes.
So,
No, I agree with my learned friend, Miller. Doctors can't be demonized like this.
They're making a lot of allegations, my lords. 3,000 senior
I've made
doctors.
no allegations.
It's an
It's a number.
The fact that there are
Ask them
10,000
what the
senior doctors and 3,000 senior doctors.
That's correct.
That's all that he has pointed
That's
out.
all I've said. I've said made no allegation. Now, Malas, all that and senior doctors have been actually doing a lot of hard work. Malas, we appreciate what's happening.
Thank you, but we're not on strike, sir. So
For
this should
God's
really,
sake,
the numbers
shut up.
for the last from the
No
media.
repetition between lawyers. Please let Mr. Sibal complete.
I'll leave it.
We allowed you to complete now. Let him
Great, I'll leave it.
respond.
So, Malas, this is the state of affairs today, Malas. And she's also publicly said, we won't take any action against you. But if the junior doctors don't go back to work, Malas, what is to be done? And their demands, see their demands.
But see, this is not.
Come on, please do not.
Representing them.
Now, Mr. Sibal, we want to know one basic thing. After our last order, we had said that, look, set up adequate security
Yes, we
apparatus.
got an affidavit to that effect. I showed you.
What have you done?
Yes,
Let's
yes.
start with RGKar itself,
let's-
RGKar
In
Hospital.
consultation with
What,
CISF.
tell us what steps have been taken to improve the safety and the security at the
Yes,
RGKar
finally, we
college.
give the affidavit. We just give it to you. Yes, we've done that.
Filed this
We
affidavit.
filed this. We circulated
Apart
it
from
yesterday.
budgetary allocation, what steps have you taken on the ground?
Yes, Malas, yes. We're showing it to your lordship. We gave that, circulated it yesterday, Malas.
Of 2020.
Can I have? I'm not concerned, but if you can give me a copy for completion.
Through the health
I'm not
department,
served.
Malas, this affidavit was filed through the health department. Just give copies. Give
None of
copies
us
now.
have copies,
I
my
don't think
lords.
we have, but I'm not concerned with that. But copies.
May I have a copy, please?
Usko to de do.
This concerns the junior doctors.
Now, Malas, kindly see.
My lords, this
Mr.
is
Sibal,
not
may I-
confidential. May we all have copies?
Mr. Sibal, may I have a copy, please?
May we all have copies, sir?
Yeah, give copies. Don't have copies for everyone. We'll give it to you. I'll just read
Yes,
it out
you have
and
to
then.
address the court on
We
this
don't-
issue.
Why don't you share
You are
one copy with them so that they can between themselves?
What is the difficulty in sharing a copy with me?
Yeah, I'm giving it to you.
You should have come to court with extra
Very
copies.
difficult, Malas.
All right.
Thank you.
Let's kindly just come to page 2, Malas, paragraph 4. Confidence building initiatives by the state of West Bengal. As per the order of the court, Malas. In furtherance of the orders passed by this honorable court, the following district collectors and superintendent of police can be duly communicated the said order for compliance and necessary action. Right, so each district, the district collector, commissioner of police, Malas, identified. Para 5. Further, a letter has also been issued to all district magistrates and superintendents of police for ensuring safety and security of the health professionals working in various health facilities. True copy of the letter dated so-and-so from the Principal Secretary, Department of Health and Family is attached, which is at page 1415. Malas. Then, meeting in this regard was chaired by the Chief Secretary of the state with all the district magistrates, chief medical officers of health, principals and hospital superintendents on 13/9, giving clear directions to all for ensuring safety and security and early completion of the various infrastructural works being undertaken. DMs and SPs have visited the medical college in their respective jurisdiction, and they are taking all steps in this regard. That the state of West Bengal is providing the following facilities to 28 medical colleges and hospitals throughout the state, out of which the district collectors, along with superintendent of police, are monitoring the 18 government medical college and hospitals in the district outside Kolkata, while the 10 medical colleges and hospitals in Kolkata are under the Kolkata Police Commissionerate. Besides this, there are 87 public hospitals, district hospitals, super specialty hospitals, sub-divisional hospitals, and state general hospitals. Now, Malas, what is it that we have done? Let's see, existing facility of duty rooms and the restrooms, right? So, Malas, you have 732 males and 444 females. Total is that. Additional duty rooms and restrooms sanctioned are 5, and work has already begun, Malas. And 536 male, 357, it's increased by another 893. And within 7 to 14 days, the work will be completed. I've put it there, Malas. Work has started, and directions have been issued to executing agencies to complete the work in 7 to 14 days. Then come to the existing toilet facilities. You have 462, 249 for women and 711 total, and 1497 and 806 in public hospitals. That's 2303. The additional for women is 724 and 503 for the others, for the public hospitals. And this also will be completed in 7 to 14 days. Then existing CCTV cameras, in additional will be 6178 and public hospitals 4071. Also, work will be over between 7 and 14 days. Following this is the special dealing with RGKar. There, currently common duty rooms are available for doctors. The total are 57, 24 and 47. Additional will be made, and sanctioned. There are 71 additional. And work has started, and joint inspection with hospital authorities, PWD, CISF has been held. Networks have been, new works have been taken up. Then, existing facility toilets, 43 and 26 is 69. We're building another 82. Joint inspection has been done, with hospital authorities, PWD and CISF has been held, and new works have been taken up. Then existing CCTV cameras 217, we're increasing them to 415. 36 are installed. The other work is going on, Then photos are at page 16 to 26, they're all there. Then, additional security guards. In order to improve the safety and security of doctors, nurses, and other staff in all the medical colleges and hospitals, the government of West Bengal has introduced the program Ratere Sati Helper at Night. The concurrence of State Finance Department has been obtained for engagement of additional 1514 security personnel under this program for all medical colleges and hospitals. There are already 232 existing security guards, and additional 85 security personnel have been designated afresh for RGKar Medical Hospital, College and Hospital. 3 companies of CISF are already deployed at RGKar. A true copy of the order dated so-and-so issued by the department is attached. It is, however, most respectfully submitted that despite the order of this court, junior doctors, but anyway, I don't want to read this because unnecessarily, we have now reached some kind of settlement.
Now, when you say that there are 232 existing security guards and additional 85 security personnel have been designated afresh for RGKar Medical College.
Yes.
Are these from the Ratire Sati?
No. These are police personnel, not Ratire Sati. And we will substitute the Ratire Sati with police personnel. It's only a temporary measure, only for 1 year,
No,
we can substitute them with police personnel.
You know, Mr. Sibal, what really happened was this. The accused who committed the crime was drawn from the volunteer force.
Correct.
Now, if we are going to have another set of contractual people who will be now designated...
No, now we are giving them ID cards. But security agencies have been...
Imagine, these contractual people will be trained... One second. These contractual people will be trained for 7 days. And then they will be walking all around in the hospital. Now, what is the protection which these young doctors have, particularly the women doctors, about these contractual staff walking around in the night in the hospital?
This is in addition to the security of the police that is already there,
But you know, the crime was, let's face it, the crime was crime is alleged to have been carried out by a volunteer who was posted at the hospital. Now, we are going to replace the volunteers with these.
There were hundreds of volunteers, It's not that. We'll make sure now. We've got police personnel there. There are stationed there.
Appraisal. The GR says, the government resolution says that they will be appointed through an outsourcing agency.
These are not civic volunteers. There is a security agency that we have hired. Through them, we have recruited.
So the security agency will recruit these people?
Yes.
Does anybody carry out any...
Yes. Verification is done. Proper verification.
Any psychological assessment, because these people are going to be working...
Proper verification is done. Health department is involved in this. Something has to be left.
Today, particularly the women doctors, have a feeling of, insecurity. Now you get suddenly...
CISF is there today, mothers.
They don't know who these people are.
Mothers,
They're not your police. They're not your paramilitary...
CISF is there, mothers, for them to resume work. Now, what's the problem? CISF is there. Mothers, after all, something has to be done by the state, mothers, to make sure that your lordships...
And CISF will be there for a short time because they responded to
We'll make arrangements after that,
The police, we are asking.
We'll make arrangements after that. But it can't be, mothers, that the doctors...
That's all we ask.
The whole problem is when you entrust security to contractual staff, particularly in hospitals where people are on duty for 36 hours, they stay there. There is virtually no protection for women otherwise.
There is civic volunteer in this, mother. These are true security.
They are contractual staff.
We have a police outpost. Kindly see, we have a police outpost in every hospital.
Notwithstanding the police outpost,
Well,
even an FIR was...
I am not disputing that, mother. We are not.
14 of them.
Why is the...
1,500.
14 hours is again incorrect.
With this?
14 hours is again incorrect. If your losses want, we'll disband this. There is no issue, mother.
It's not a question of the court wanting it. We are not in charge of governance in the state.
But therefore, mother, some confidence in us.
They have genuine reservations because they say, who are these contractual people who are now going to work with us?
Mother, your losses must have some confidence in the state machinery after all this has happened. After all, we are also cognizant of it. We are also all against it. We want the security of our women doctors. Your losses must assume that, mother. State is not cognizant of all this.
Now, in terms of what you have disclosed to us, you said that there are 28 government medical colleges in the state of West Bengal, right?
Yes.
There are 17 government hospitals, including hospitals attached to medical colleges.
Yes.
And number of government hospitals in the state of West Bengal, 87 hospitals, besides the 28 medical colleges and hospitals.
Correct.
Now, so we are really dealing with these 28 government medical colleges in the state of West Bengal. This is a key area.
Page 10.
Because government medical colleges involve young people who are there to pursue their medicine.
Yes.
These are the young girls who are straight out of 12th standard who are going to be then joining for 4.5, 5 years.
Correct.
We are therefore dealing with young people in the age group of 18 to 23. They are particularly vulnerable and they have to be protected.
Of course.
And we have to deal therefore with these 28 colleges.
Correct.
Because they have no great pleasure in abstaining from work.
That's right.
They are abstaining from work because now, as we see, having these contractual people there, they will be having a new source of completely insecure premises. Who are these people who are going to be joining at a contractual level? I think government has to talk to them and tell them that, look, this is the verification which we are doing. Or you need now a new set of volunteers who will be called the Ratiraj Sati.
We informed them yesterday evening in our conversation with them, mothers. This was informed.
My lords, both are instructions.
And this is what is recorded. It's also recorded.
We are in a situation where
it's also recorded.
There's a lack of security for the doctors. The way to do it is really to have regular police personnel, at least in these 28 government medical colleges and hospitals.
That's our demand.
These are the colleges where the youngest of our future doctors
plus 17. There's also Calcutta, 28 plus 17. Could look at page 10, Malats.
10.
28 in the state is 17 in Calcutta.
So you have 45.
I mentioned that every hospital, the Chief Justice says, look, there was a police outpost and yet this happened. So therefore...
So we are dealing with 28 plus 17,
yes,
45.
Yes.
Let's deal with these 45 first on priority.
Right.
Because as we said, in the other hospitals, you will not have, say, 18, 19-year-old young, almost like children. They're beyond 18, that's the only thing. But these are very young doctors, young interns.
Right,
They're all young students.
Right.
Now, they are straight out of their homes. They're coming in from different parts of West Bengal. Now, we have to assuage their concerns and the concerns of their parents.
Mullah, kindly see, Mullah, page.
Tell us for these
item 8.
45 hospitals.
Kindly
Tell us for the 45 hospitals, what are you going to do to
kindly
ensure
have a
their
look
safety?
at page 10, item 8. There's an increase of women security officials on duty when women doctors, nursing staff are on night duty. 910 additional women security personnel will be deployed after training at the police training institutes. And they are undergoing training at the moment.
Now, these women security personnel will be regular
yes,
personnel from the
regular
West Bengal
police
or what?
Regular police force.
So within what period will they
are undergoing
report to
training,
these
because I don't know what the training period, but at the moment they are undergoing training. I'll find out and let you know.
Because, you know, ultimately the devil lies in the fine print. It's not, they say that, look, you have sanctioned funds. You say that, well, duty rooms are being constructed.
We'll get back to your lordships on this.
So tell us, and second, who is going to, in every district in West Bengal, the collector and district magistrate, one, and second, the superintendent of police, they must ensure and oversee that these arrangements are in place.
Absolutely.
In terms of the CCTV cameras, the location for the CCTV cameras, and most importantly, there has to be some SOP. It can't be that the principal says, "Acha, yahan laga do, wahan laga do."
That's why,
you must have a proper SOP on where you're going to put CCTV.
What happened was when the CI said,
they must provide absolute cover to areas where, say, the female doctors rest at night, the bathrooms which they use, because these are the areas where they are vulnerable.
Malas, we are ad idem. Malas, when the cameras were installed in the RGKar hospital, we asked the CISF to tell us where should they be installed, and we installed them accordingly. Similarly, we'll do it. We have an SOP in place, and we'll place it on record, Malas, and we'll follow it to the T.
Now, see, RGKar also, Mr. Sibal, the progress is very slow. RGKar, you said you are going to, you have sanctioned 415 additional CCTV cameras.
Yes.
But only 36 have been installed.
But within 7 to 14 days, they took time to identify the place. So within 7 to 14 days, they'll be completed.
Now, 1 second. Have the lawyers appearing for the resident doctors seen now what they have assured the court that they are going to do? Within a period of 7 to 14 days, they have given us details of the CCTV cameras, duty restrooms, and
public
toilet facilities.
Yes, yes.
Now, apart from that, say at RGKar itself, areas where the women doctors they take rest at night or even during the day, early morning. Why can't you think of having, say, biometric facilities for access to that particular area?
Yes.
Is it not possible to have biometric access?
We'll do that, Malas.
A woman who goes into, say, now she went to the seminar room. The access to that particularly, which is a duty restroom, should be only controlled by a biometric facility.
Actually, Malas, the health secretary is here. The health secretary is here. We will do it. We'll put biometrics there. No issue.
So these are, you have to also think out of the box.
Yes, I agree. Malas, we want this to be in place so that such incidents don't happen again, Malas. That's our primary concern. It's an eye-opener for us also.
Tell us, since the health secretary is here, what modalities will you follow for reviewing each hospital as a standalone unit and ensuring that the requirement of installing CCTV cameras, restrooms, access points, control of access is maintained? What is we can't start say, all right, in this hospital, give her 20 more cameras.
May I make a request, Malas?
Consult with us.
1 second.
How you are going to put into place?
May I make a request, Malas? We will give to your lordships on affidavit. Give us 2 weeks' time to exactly how it is going to be done.
2 weeks is too long.
DM and SPs are already doing it, Malas.
DM, SB, Superintendent of Hospitals, along with the representative of the doctors, are visiting each of the places they are identifying, and only then the bugs are being taken out. From a security point of view,
All right, then what we will do is this, we will record that the district magistrates, the superintendent of police, and the representative of the senior and the hospital administrators, the doctors.
The moment it's participatory, the problem.
Yes, absolutely.
So that you put into place a participatory process.
Absolutely.
The doctors are also then actually.
Absolutely, Malas. We agree, Malas.
All right, then we
that's
pass
the
an
minutes
order to that
also.
effect, because
that's part of the agreement.
Ultimately, I also realize that, we are dealing with young people between the age of 18 and 23. We have to handle them in a different way. They're all deeply concerned. It could have happened to any one of them. Why only this young woman? It could have happened to any one of them. That's all that they are worried about.
Yes, yes, and rightly so.
All right.
We have made a coordinating officer to do this.
An affidavit has been filed by the state of West Bengal for explaining the steps. Dr. Joshi will come back to you in a minute, don't worry. An affidavit has been filed by the state of West Bengal.
On behalf of the health department.
On behalf of the state of West Bengal by Sri Narayan Swarup Nigam, Principal Secretary in the Department of Health and Family Welfare, explaining the steps which have been taken specifically for upgrading bracket 1 duty rooms / restrooms semicolon bracket 2 toilet facilities semicolon and bracket 3 CCTV cameras, availability of CCTV cameras in government medical colleges and hospitals across the state. Next, the data which has been placed on the record indicates that there are 28 government medical colleges in the state of West Bengal and 17 government hospitals, apart from which there are 17 government hospitals in Kolkata. Full stop. The number of government, full stop. There are 87 hospitals besides.
Whereas 1 and 2 have to be recorded separately.
Yeah, 1 and 2 are 28 plus 17.
28 plus
9. 9. So what's the number of government medical colleges in Kolkata is 9. Right. Then the state is 20.
Yeah. There are 9 government medical colleges in Kolkata and 28 in the state of West Bengal, making a total of 37 government medical colleges. Full stop. 17 government hospitals in Kolkata are attached to medical colleges.
Yes.
While 87 hospitals, into brackets, besides the 28 medical colleges and hospitals, exist in the state. Full stop. The affidavit filed by the state government indicates that apart from the existing facilities, sanction has been granted for installing additional duty rooms / restrooms, setting up toilet facilities, and the installation of additional CCTV cameras.
Consultation with the doctor.
Stop.
After consultation with the doctors.
Stop. Besides making budgetary provisions, it has been stated that work has commenced and directions have been issued through the executive agencies to complete the work in 7 to 14 days. Full stop. The affidavit indicates that apart from 7747 existing CCTV cameras, an additional 6178 CCTV cameras would be installed. Full stop. In the public hospitals, apart from the existing 3346 CCTV cameras and
medical college,
an additional 4071 cameras would be installed. Full stop. In our view, what is of critical importance at the present point of time, is that a participatory process should be followed by the state government so that the concerns of all the doctors, both senior and junior doctors, are duly taken into account. Full stop. To facilitate this, we have suggested to Mr. Kapil Sibal, we have suggested to the state of West Bengal that the collectors and that a team consisting of 1, the collector and district magistrate for each district, semicolon, bracket 2, the superintendent of police, 3, the principal of each medical college and hospital, or as the case may be, the superintendent, and 4, a representative each of the senior and junior doctors may be associated with the process so that the work which is being carried out for the construction of duty rooms, setting up of toilet facilities and installation of CCTV cameras takes place to promote with their inputs in view. Full stop. This has been agreed to by the state of West Bengal. Full stop. The court's been assured that the entirety of the work shall be carried out within a period of 2 weeks from the date of this order. Full stop. Apart from the above steps, on the suggestion of the court, it has been accepted by the state of West Bengal